Hey guys, Steve here from Scotch and Things. Just wanted to share a new EDC knife with you that I picked up. The Kershaw Leek. It's a auto folder or easy speed folder they called it. And I saw this thing in the store and I just kind of fell in love with it once I got it in my hand. For me, this is what I've been looking for EDC. It's just, I like that I can use it just one-handed. I can open it and close it one-handed. It's a great looking knife. It's has just a wicked edge on it, and the tip is nice and pointy. I can tell I'm going to cut myself with it here pretty quick. If I can get that to focus. I'm not a huge knife guy. I don't get into all the different steels. I'm kind of more in the budget knives. Usually my knives are, the most I've spent on a knife was probably this thing at $50, and Spyderco Tenacious was around $50. This was my first kind of what I consider high-end knife I bought, and I really liked it. I EDC'd this for a long time. It's kind of big, but I do like it. It deep carries. Like I said, I'm not a big steel freak. I did do some carpet cutting with it, which I shouldn't have, and I kind of shredded the blade, so I need to touch that up. Another one I will EDC from time to time is the Kershaw Shuffle. I think this is Shuffle or Shuffle 2. I have both of them. I like this one just because it's nice and small. I can just throw it in my pocket. Got a little screwdriver tip on the bottom if you need. And then this the Sogzilla, this is my work knife. I've carried this thing for 2 years, and it was like $19 at Walmart. I absolutely love this thing. As you can see, work is where I beat on my blades. I've sharpened this thing, a lot, and I'm by no means a pro. It'll dull out and I'll put an edge on it. But I absolutely beat on this thing. I've cut the pocket clip a couple times. You can see it's bent out. But this thing is still going strong. I did buy another Tenacious, the one you can get at Walmart with the silver blade. I think they're like $37. This last year I carried that for a while as my work blade, and it really just kind of fell apart. The blade got loose on me, the pocket clip fell off, lost that. So now that's just in my truck right now. What I do with blades, when I started carrying them, like I said, I have a work knife, and I'll keep this thing until I lose it or it breaks. And usually my EDC knife is just something I have along, like most guys. I have my knife, my gun, my flashlight, keys, stuff like that. I like to go light. And I just use them for, I don't see, if I need to, I'll use it in a defensive situation. But I don't ever see that need arising. It could. What I use them mostly for is opening boxes. If I need just something opened, I've got a knife on me. If I need something cut, some rope or something, I've got a knife on me. And like I said, this thing at $49, once I held it, it was just the perfect size. Carrying around in my pocket, I don't really know it's there. I do wish, if you can see there, I wish it carried a little deeper, so you've got about that much sticking out of your pocket. Not a big deal, because most of the time my shirts cover that up. The Spyderco was about the same. I like this Kershaw because it's a little bit deeper carry, or it's small enough I can just throw it in my pocket and it's not you know, bouncing around making too much racket and clutter in my pocket. But this Leek, man, um, I'm like I said, I'm just kind of getting into knives. I wouldn't mind spending more money on them, but to me they're kind of a disposable item. So the $20 to $50 range is about what I'm willing to spend on them. I've got lots of other you know, that $20-$30 knives in my collection that I keep. I like to have one in every kind of bag I have. Each one of my gun bags has a knife. My bag I carry in my work truck all the time with my first aid kit and stuff has a knife in it. But this thing is just, I just thought it was just absolutely beautiful. It's a Ken Onion design. Like I said, I didn't really know there were knife designers until I started getting into knives a little bit more and looking at them. But it just seems like a really solid built knife. Frame lock, not a liner lock, but a frame lock. I just love how it deploys. You can deploy it with the flipper or the thumb stud. I like the flipper a little bit better. I really like those auto assist knives because I've seen guys and I've tried. I can't, even with the spider hole or whatever, I've tried it different ways. I'm not good at flipping it out with my hand, with my finger. I don't know if I just need to practice more or what. But like I said, this is to me like the perfect size. My brother's got a bunch of Benchmades, and the ones that are about this size of his, I love this size. And like I said, for the price, couldn't really go wrong. The details I know about the knife is the 1660 CKTX Leek. The steel is the 14 CN28N. I don't really know what that means. It's got the DLC coating on the blade and the frame itself, so that should last. Shouldn't wear too bad. But like I said, I just picked this thing up recently. I'm going to start carrying it more. But for the money, like I said, you guys budget knives like I am. Like I said, I haven't had a knife that's been over $50 yet, and I hope you know, this thing seems a little delicate. The tip, you know, I'm gonna try not to do any prying with it or anything like that. I don't want to break the tip off. But like I said, for my EDC knives, usually it's just cutting open a package, or if I need to cut a piece of rope or something, I just have a blade in my pocket. I just always like to have a blade. Cutting open, you know, it's like I get home from the store and I need to put softener salt in the water softener. It's cutting the bag, that plastic bag open. That's the kind of things I use my EDC knife for. I'm not out there in the field doing, you know, cutting wood to make fires or anything like that. At work, this is what I use, and it's a lot of banding and cardboard and stuff like that. And I'll use this to pry on metal, and you can tell it's been a great knife, and it shows it's beat. Right now for my new EDC knife, Kershaw Leek. It's funny getting into knives. Guys are really into collecting them, and then I found that knife makers make lots of different models and variations of knives, and you know, I found one I kind of like, and I like how it feels, and I'm excited. I'm gonna start looking for other variations of the Leek and grabbing those up, because I don't know, I just really like this blade, everything about it. It's simple. I'd say it's medium size, medium small, where I would consider this a larger frame. Like, this would be the largest knife I'd consider carrying. To where the Leek is just, you know, it's compact, and it's you know, in my hand it's not there, it's gone. It's just a beautiful knife. So if you're checking out knives and you know, you want below $50. The Kershaw Leek, I found it 2 different places. Shields is a local sporting goods store to me, and Dick's both had them for $49. So Dick's did have another one with orange on it for, I think, $60. So I might look into getting that. It was, you know, now that I'm getting into different variations and kind of collecting, I've kind of become a knife junkie, a cheap knife junkie, if you can say that, you know, $20, $50. But I'll start carrying this and see how it holds up and kind of report back to you guys. But like I said, for $49, it's got a really nice pocket clip on it. It does have a lock here, so it won't open if you don't want it to. A lot of guys just tighten that down. So Kershaw Leek, check it out. Beautiful knife.